Hi friends, very good afternoon. Yes ma, welcome back to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English with India's largest learning platform, Unacademy. Let's crack it. Please drop a confirmation message. Hope things are clear. Everything is clear. Yes. What all you will get under Unacademy platform? Needless to say, daily live classes, isn't it? Yes, every day sharp 2 p.m. on YouTube platform with your DL ma'am. What is the best part of it, ma'am? You can chat with your educator, engage in discussion, ask your doubts and answer polls all while the class is going on, isn't it? Then live test and live quiz. Yes, yesterday you have successfully completed the UPSC CSE combat conducted by Unacademy. Yes, my dear friends, I know I have get to know your ranks also. So the ultimate revision strategy, earn while you learn and reverse engineering method is the three great benefits of attending the live quiz. So every Tuesday and every Thursday is exclusively quiz day. So don't ever miss this diamond opportunity. This is actually, it is immensely helping. Yes, the students who are attending the live quizzes for the last 1 month, they have registered their genuine comment with respect to this, how far it has greatly helped them in their UPSC CSE combat as well. So don't ever miss this opportunity. Tomorrow I have scheduled for Ancient India, Buddhism and Jainism. Then structured courses. All our courses are so structured in line with your exam syllabus in order to help you best prepare for it. Yes, it is OSS for your PMI, one-stop solution for your prelim, mains and interview. Unlimited access to unlimited courses. One subscription gets you access to all our live and recorded courses to watch from the comfort of any of your devices, for which you have to download Unacademy Learning app. This is me, your dear ma'am. I'm Dhanalakshmi, senior top verified plus educator of Unacademy. On top of everything, I'm a passionate educator. Yes, my passion keeps me, holds me, and it's give me immense pleasure. Okay, so I always have a huge respect for my passion towards teaching, especially for UPSC CSE category. My journey with civil service is more than 16 years. I have stepped into civil service preparation on 2004. Of course, I'm a Vajram student. With respect to my teaching experience, I have more than decade-long rich experience in teaching for UPSC CSE, which is closer to 12 years completed. Of course, 13 years are about to complete. I take classes pan India, across India, Delhi, Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Chennai. My credentials specific to civil service, I have appeared twice in UPSC CSE interview with 6 consecutive mains. 6 times I have cleared prelims in a series, 6 mains, 6 rich mains experience I have. And a very special note is that 2017 interview, your DL ma'am is already a topper in that particular board. That is one of the most challenging board. So one session I'll try to put a video separately on how I was able to clear 6 times prelims continuously and how I was able to perform, get a highest score in geography all the 6 times, because all the 6 times geography was my optional, and how I've become all India topper in interview. All these dark secrets will be revealed very soon. Next, apart from this, I'm also, I could say, I'm ancient, medieval, and modern to civil service. I by myself as a group 2 officer, I've cleared my state service, and I have also cleared more than 7 to 8 other competitive exams as well. So, apart from a unique style of teaching, I have mentored more than 25,000 aspirants over a period of last 12 years. I haven't stopped just by mentoring. I have hence produced the results. Yes, I have hence produced the toppers and rankers in this field. So, you can reach your DL ma'am using this code DL10. I have shared my Telegram link, and I have also pinned my Unacademy profile link as well. Prepare with the top educators. Indeed is a blessing, isn't it? All the best brains of India, the subject experts, are found under one roof. Needless to say, that roof is Unacademy. To name a few, Mrinal Sir, Roman Saini, Ayush Shangi, Sudarshan Gujjar, the list is endless. Utilize the platform to its fullest. Comprehensive syllabus. Here again we have a courses closer to 16k courses for UPSC CSE category, and now it's really high time for you to take this subscription. Yes, my dear friends, now 6 months batch course is going. This is with respect to normal plus subscription. For 24 months, by using my code DL10, you get 10% instant discount. After that, you have to pay only 64,800. For 36 months after using my code DL10, you have to pay only 81,000, and this is with respect to iconic subscription. For 24 months after 10% discount, you have to pay only 96,300, and for 36 months after Using my code DL10, you get 10% instant discount. At last, you have to pay only 1,26,900. Here again, we provide you a no-cost EMI option and other offers are going on. This is exclusively with respect to optional subject. For 24 months, it is 36,000 and for 36 months, it is 45,000. DL10 is my code. Then, yes, we are going to say a great goodbye to 2020. That was really, it's not such a good year for all of us. So let us forget, in every adversity, there is an equal opportunity. So for us, we have made that we have took an opportunity from that adversity. So we have spent an quantum amount of our time for preparing for the UPSC CSE. So let us not blame the COVID time during time. Now we are receding from that back to normalcy, and 2021 is going to be an amazing year for you all guys. Why? Because 2021 is your target year, isn't it? So it's really high time to take the subscription enrollment. Only 6 months remaining. Let's crack UPSC CSE 2021 with champions. 6 months GS batch course for UPSC CSE prelims. Of course, it started on 15th December. Don't worry, hardly it is only 4 days or 5 days is done. So even now we have an amazing opportunity to go and enroll it. Complete GS syllabus, especially prelims oriented. Prelims test series, live classes somewhere closer to more than 500 hours live classes. Free study material at the end of each session in the PDF format, structured schedule, doubt clearing session, India's top educators, and 6 months batch course. Yes, it is like a mission 2021 Hindi bilingual Hindi and English expedition. So again, it's like mission 2022, mission 2023. So we have the same pattern. If you wanted to enroll, please make the enrollment as soon as possible. You're running out of time. Mentoring. Successful people never reach their goals alone. Mentoring is a brain to pick and ear to listen and push into the right direction, isn't it? So please count your blessings. How much it is going to, mentoring process is going to help you. It is going to fine tune you in your entire preparation. Mentors are all around us who makes you feel confident, inspired, focused, and willing to share their experience. So irrespective of the starting point, you can start the journey from any point of India, but there is only one destination. Needless to say, that destination is Labasna. Yes, my dear friends. So the journey in between your starting point and end point, it encompasses so much of hurdles and struggles. You have to crisscross. That's why normally there is a saying that our journey, UPSC journey, is not bed of roses, it is thorn of bushes. So here you are in dire need of someone, that someone is mentor who has got to say you what to do, what not to do, and how to do, isn't it? So thus I wish my students not just as a good enough, better, the best. Please give your best. Countdown already started. Okay, we are left with only last 5 months. Please make the best use out of it. Thus, I become a mentor because I wanted to give the thing I didn't realize is how much I would get. Fine. So, temple architecture. Can I begin the session, ma? Please drop a confirmation message. Hope everything is clear. Is everything is clear? Yes. So, introduction. This is a very important class. Why? Because temple architecture, cave architecture, mural paintings, dances, these are one of the most favorite area for UPSC to cherry pick the questions with respect to prelims. Okay. Now we are going to begin the session. Just more with a small introduction. We can divide the subjects in 3 parts for our convenience: visual arts, performing arts, and miscellaneous. Visual arts, of course, what is this? Architecture, sculpture, pottery, painting. We have already completed sculpture, pottery, painting, all is done. Architecture, cave architecture is done. So the last is in the slot is that temple architecture. Performing arts. Needless to say, you are getting a clue that Indian music, dance forms, Indian theatre and drama, Indian puppetry and circus. Okay, so this all comes under this. We have completed only dance forms. So the remaining part is that we will focus on music and puppetry, and circus and theatre and drama is not that much important. Okay. Miscellaneous. Under miscellaneous, we have a major important topic like religion. Very important. And then of course philosophy, 6 schools of philosophy already we have completed. Here again this is very important. And festivals, fairs, and language and literature, these are the most important, though it comes under miscellaneous, but it is very important topic. So visual arts. Under visual arts, it is as What is this as? Architecture and sculpture. Can I begin, ma? Yes, Indian architecture and sculpture, broadly it is divided into, of course, Indus Valley Civilization period, Buddhist architecture and culture, which is that Mauryan period, temple architecture, Gupta age. Yes, temple architecture, today's class, Gupta age, sculpture and South Indian art, and Indo-Islamic architecture and medieval sculpture, modern architecture and sculpture. Okay, so these are all the different categories. Of course, this is how it's broadly classified into. To begin with, just we'll do a quick recap. Already I've done this portion. Anyhow, we will do a quick recap with respect to the core points of Indus Valley Civilization. Of course, what is an architecture type, ma? Town planning, public bath, granaries and dockyards, isn't it? And sculptures during IBC is bronze and terracotta sculpture, seals and stone sculpture. So what are the miscellaneous during the IBC Indus Valley Civilization? It is ornaments and pottery. This we have already discussed. For example, during the Buddhist period. So how was this temple architecture, or what is the pattern during the Buddhist period? Outside influence is present. For example, Persian and Achaemenian and court art and popular art. Court art is state initiative, examples stupa and pillar, and popular art in terms of individual art such as sculpture, pottery and caves. Is this fine? Yes. So Gandhara, a major difference between, extremely important. Let me do this twice. What is this, ma? Gandhara, Mathura and Amaravati. So with respect to influence, Gandhara, yes, it has an outside influence. Mathura, indigenous. So there is no outside influence. What about Amaravati? Here also no outside influence. So the first point with respect to influence is Gandhara, yes, outside influence. Mathura and Amaravati, no outside influence. It is indigenous. Then what is the type of a sandstone? For Gandhara, just try to remember GG, grey. For Mathura, spotted red sandstone. Spotted red sandstone. And for Amaravati, white marble. Extremely important from prelim point of view. Okay. So Gandhara, grey. Mathura, spotted red sandstone. And for Amaravati, it is a white marble. Gandhara, completely Buddhist. They discuss only with completely Buddhist. Whereas in Mathura, all the three religions, Buddhism, Jainism and Hinduism. Okay, and for Amaravati, Buddhism dominated. Okay, majority of it is dealt with the Buddhism. Gandhara, completely Buddhist. Mathura, all the three religions, Buddhism, Jainism and Hinduism. And Amaravati, majorly Buddhism dominated. Okay, ma. And then whose period? Gandhara during whose period, ma? Kushana period. Mathura also Kushana period. But Amaravati during Satavahana. Okay. So time period, the period you have to remember. The next is Northwest Frontier Province, Northwest Frontier Province, Gandhara. Around UP is Madura. Krishna, Godavari, Lower Valley, Amaravati. So please make note of it. Very important. Then spiritual Buddha. Where during which time? Gandhara time the Buddha is mainly because Gandhara is completely Buddhist, isn't it? And that also spiritual Buddha, delighted Buddha, happy Buddha. You can see the difference of delight Buddha that has happened during the Mathura period. And narrative art. So Amaravati, it is though it is Buddhism dominated, rather than it is in the narrative arts in terms of Jataka and tales. Okay. Remains Apollo, of course, remains Yaksha. Bearded, spiritual Buddha, how does he look like? Bearded, mustache, eyes is half closed eyes, okay? Prominence and weavy hair, curly hair, large ears, and seated in a yogic posture. I think the print we can't see it. Seated in a yogic posture, okay? So bearded, mustache, half closed eyes, curly hair, seated in a yogic posture. Whereas during the Mathura, it is masculine, grace on the face because delighted Buddha. So whatever the expression, you can feel it on the face. He looks like a very masculine, grace on the face, energetic body, tight dresses, seated in Padmasana posture. Where it is in yogic posture, it is yogic posture in Gandhara. In Mathura, it is Padmasana posture. Whereas in Amravati, since it is a narrative art, it is depicting the themes from Jataka tales, the life of the Buddha. Extremely important. Please go through slide again. Influence with respect to Gandhara, outside. What kind of stone? Grey sandstone. Completely Buddhism. During whose period? The time period? Kushana time. Okay, Kushana period. Region, northwest frontier province. What type of Buddha? Spiritual Buddha. And that is depicted in the way of bearded, mustache, half closed eyes, and very specifically yogic posture. Whereas it coming to Mathura and Amravati, indigenous. Red sandstone, white marble. All the three religion, Buddhism, Jainism, Hinduism, whereas in Amravati, Buddhism dominated. Time period is Kushana, and Amravati it is Satavana. Around UP, the place here, Krishna Godavari lower valley. In Mathura, delighted Buddha, whereas in Amravati it is a narrative art and reminds Yaksha. Mathura, masculine, grace on the face, energetic body, tight dresses, seated in Padmasana posture. Amravati, depicting themes from Jataka tales, life of Buddha. Is this clear? Is this clear? Can I move on to next? Now you see. Now you say, where is this yogic posture? Padmasana posture. Can you see this Padmasana posture? Padmasana posture in Mathura art. So Amravati, can you see white marble? So this is the difference. So Gandhara, Mathura and Amravati. The differences. Here we have a spiritual Buddha. Here we have a delighted Buddha. Here it is in a narrative. So extremely important. Please try to make note of it. Is this fine, ma? Is this fine? A. Saranya, very good afternoon. Friends, please drop a confirmation message. Is the speed is fine? Then, Gupta age. So, any period, first you have to give emphasis on the timeline. 4 AD to 6 AD approximately. Art, science and literature flourished greatly during this time. The iconographic canons of Brahminical, Jainism and Buddhist divinities were perfected and standardized. Two climax happened during Gupta period. What are the two climax? Yes, Radhika. What are the two things reach the climax during Gupta period, ma? As. Can we say as what is this? One with respect to architecture and another with respect to sculpture. Architecture, cave architecture as well as temple architecture. Sculpture, Sarnath schools of sculpture. Is this fine? Is this fine? Sarnath schools of sculpture. So this is all about, of course, we have to remember this. Okay? Then. Phases of cave architecture. Of course, we have a three definite phases. What is the first phase, ma? So please try to remember the timeline. Second BC, first phase or the earliest phase? Yes, ma. Akshay, please wait. First phase or the earliest phase, second BC to second AD, related exclusively to early Buddhism. First phase, second BC to second AD, early Buddhism. Buddha was represented symbolically. Special note, Buddha represented symbolically. Major excavations like Chaitya and Vihar. Practiced in less permanent materials like wood. Try to emphasize on this. Phases of cave architecture, extremely important. The first phase, the time period is timeline is second BC to second AD. Of course, it is exclusively early Buddhism. Buddha was represented symbolically. Major excavation in Chaitya and Vihara, but it was made up of a less permanent material, such like wood. Examples: Karla, Kanheri, Nasik, Baja, Betsa caves. So what are the examples of early phase of cave architecture? First phase of cave architecture. Try to remember the examples: Karla, Kanheri, Nasik, Baja and Betsa. Karla, Kanheri, Nasik, Baja and Betsa. Is this fine? Is this fine? Next. Second phase. So, second phase is that 5th to 7th century. Elimination of timber. So, it is the timber, the wood, elimination of this. Introduction of image of the Buddha. During the first phase, it is symbolic representation. And during the second phase, image of the Buddha. The plan of the excavations, especially for Chaitya, remain the same as before. But some changes has been done in the viharas, of course. It housed the image of Buddha. Is this fine, ma? Then, what is the third phase? Third phase is the last phase, 7th century to 10th century. Yes, the Hindus and Jainism extended the Buddhist architectural tradition. So, the first phase is entirely completely Buddhism, that too in the symbolic representation. Second phase is introduction of the image of Buddha, whereas only in the third phases, along with the Buddhism, there was an inclusion of Hinduism and Jainism as well. All three religions. Is this fine? So with some modifications suitable to their rituals, Hindus and Jains extended the Buddhist architectural tradition with some modifications suitable to their rituals. Dravidian cave architecture. So before, I think now you have a fair idea. This is very important. 3 phases of cave architecture. Try to remember the timeline. For the first phase, it is 2nd BC to 2nd AD. For the second phase, this is 5th to 7th century, and for the third or the last phase, it is 7th to 10th century. Then first phase is related early Buddhism, symbolic excavations, mainly Chaitya and Vihara. The material is very, very important because it is made up of a less permanent material like wood. Can you see this, ma? Okay, but examples are extremely important. Karla, Kanheri, Nasik, Baja and Betsa. Karla, Kanheri, Nasik, Baja and Betsa. Second phase is elimination of timber, image, inclusion of image of Buddha and the plan of excavation. So all other things, this only have to remember, image of Buddha during the second phase. And third phase is very important. Why? Because not only it depicts about the Buddhism, it also includes about the Hinduism and Jainism, extended the Buddhist architectural tradition with some modifications suitable to the rituals as well. Is this fine? So now moving on to the next is Dravidian cave architecture. Dominant features. What are the dominant features in Dravidian cave architecture, ma? Have you ever come across this word mandapam? Mandabas is one thing and another one is Ratha. Okay, Mandapa and Ratha. What do you mean by Mandapam? Of course, it is an open pavilion excavated out of a rock. Mostly, it is a simple columned hall with 2 or more cells. Of course, the marriage ceremony, of course, the gods, rituals and other things is normally used to get done it in this Mandapa. So, every major Dravidian architecture, it encompasses one of the dominant features is that Mandapam. Apart from this, the Ratha, monolithic shrine carved out of a single rock. Please make a note of this. Ratha, of course, it is a monolithic single shrine carved out of a single rock. Okay, Pancharatha. Then, Kailasa temple. Can I begin with first? What is this importance of Kailasa temple? One of the grandest monolithic excavation in the world. A 2-storied gateway resembling a South Indian gopuram opens to reveal a U-shaped courtyard. The courtyard is edged by columned galleries 3 stories high. The temple itself is a tall pyramidical structure reminiscent of South Indian Dravidian temple. So what type of structure it is, ma? Pyramidical structure. The temple itself, Kailasa temple itself is a tall pyramidical structure. Of course, it is a reminiscent of a South Indian temple. Most of the deities at the left of the entrance are Shaivits. Oh, you can have right and left. Okay. At the left, you can see it is the Shaivits, and on the right, you can see Vaishnavits. Okay, followers of Vishnu and followers of Shiva. In the same temple, you can say. Though in the word, you get an idea that, ma'am, this looks like Kailasa. It is like a Shiva temple. It doesn't mean that it has to include only the Shiva. No, it also the specific distinct feature of this particular temple is that most of the deities at the left of the entrance are Shiva, followers of Shiva. On the right, it will be a followers of Vishnu. So this is another distinct feature. There are 2 Javastambas, pillars with flagstaff in the courtyard. The grand sculpture of Ravana. So this is an interesting story. What he is doing, you can see the sculpture of Ravana. Ravana is attempting to kidnap Shiva along with this place. Okay, what is this place? Where does Lord Shiva reside? He resides in the Mount Kailasa. So Ravana attempting to lift Mount Kailasa, the abode of Lord Shiva, with his full might is a landmark in Indian art. So this scene has got represented in the grand sculpture. Okay, so this is very, very peculiar. The temple is a splendid achievement of, try to remember this, extremely important from prelim point of view. Rashtrakuta Karnataka architecture. This project was started by Krishna I of Rashtrakuta dynasty. Of course, it builders model it on the lines of Virupaksha temple in Pattadakal. Is this fine? Are you able to follow till now? From prelim points of view, we are getting a most important points. What structure it is, ma? Pyramidal structure. Of course, at the gateway, Gopuram opens to reveal a U-shaped courtyard, and it is like it consists of both the followers, Vishnu followers as well as the Shiva followers, and pillars with a flag staff. It's called. And next is the time period, splendid achievements. Krishna I. He belongs to Rashtrakuta dynasty, and this was built or modeled it on the lines of Virupaksha temple in Pattadakal. Is this fine? Is this fine for everyone? Can I proceed? Then, please look at this. Let me zoom this. Can you see the diagram? See? Kailasa temple. Okay. Then, temple architecture. So, began and reached the climax during Gupta period. What are the other things to reach the climax during Gupta period, ma? One is architecture, another one is sculpture. As, yes or no? Both reached the climax during Gupta period. So, temple architecture as such, it has reached the climax during Gupta period. The Gupta period is described as a classical degree of perfection. Perfect balance and harmony of all elements in style as well as iconography. Earlier developments. What is an earlier developments? Of course, a circular break and timber. They are less permanent material, isn't it? The earlier phases, in the first phases, it is made up of a timber, so it cannot withstand the natural disasters. Okay, and the circular brick and timber shrine of Mauryan period of 3rd century BC was excavated at Baira district of Jaipur, Rajasthan. Temple 40 at Sanchi had a similar plan. It was a stone temple. So try to remember the difference. Earlier it is a timber temple that is made up of a wood, less permanent material. Later on only at the inclusion of the stone. Okay, so it was a stone temple on an apsidal plan enclosed by an ambulatory and raised on a high rectangle scale approached by 2 flights of steps from diagonally opposite sides. The superstructure was possibly built of wood and has disappeared. Since it is made up of a wood, we cannot expect its time for a long time, since it is a less permanent material. Temple 40 at Sanchi had a similar plan. It was a stone temple. So try to remember the core features with respect to this. Now let me attach the diagram. Please go through this. Enclosed, ambulatory. See how beautiful it is. Then, so there is a little structure built of a huge, almost boulder-like blocks of stones. The temple consists of a simple square cell called Garbhagriha or Sanctum Sanctorum, a square. Very, very, very important. What is this Garbhagriha? Of course, you would have gone to the temple. You would have get to know about it. Do we have any entry for this Garbhagriha, ma? No, we will not be allowed to enter into it other than the priest. Okay, so this is one of the, it is like a sanctum sanctorum, one of the most pristine, most important things. Just imagine like, yes ma, yes too, Super Radhika. And in front of this, there is a covered veranda, a portico, which consists of 4 heavy pillars supporting a stone roof. The pillars as well as the entire structure is as simple. He didn't take the climate into consideration. If they would have taken the climate or the natural hazards or weather means, then they would not have used the less permanent material like wood. Okay, so this is one of the reasons. He didn't take the climate into consideration and did not provide gargoyles to allow the rainwater to run off the roof. The entire structure structure is heavy, bulky and clumsy. Why it has become heavy, bulky and clumsy? The wood, when it got immersed in water, will the weight will increase or not? The light wood also, it will become heavy when it get immersed in water. Yes or no? Yes or no? So because of the material they have used, the entire structure is heavy, bulky and clumsy. Probably this was constructed near about 300 to 350 AD. The earliest structural temple still standing in its original condition is the one constructed at Aihole in Karnataka. So try to remember the name of this. Aihole in Karnataka. There are 5 stages of temple architectural development. Very, very important. Like 3 phases of cave architecture, isn't it? First phase, second phase, third phase. Similarly, there are the 5 stages of temple architectural development. One of the most important. Let me zoom it. Let me zoom it. See, look at here. Okay. It's really beautiful. Fine. First stage. How many stages, ma? Temple architecture. 5 stages. Okay. The first stage is square temple, flat roof temple, shallow pillared approach. Temple constructed on low platform. Example, temple number 70 at Sanchi of Kankali Devi temple, Tuga, Madhya Pradesh. So the first stage of the temple architecture is, it is made up of a square temple, flat roof temple, shallow pillared approach, temple constructed on a low platform. It is not constructed. Can you see? Can you see the construction here? Wait, ma. Let me zoom in. See, look at here. It is constructed on a flat terrain only, on the low platform. Okay, it is not constructed on a raised platform. Example for the first stage of temple architecture, you can give some examples. The most important is temple number 17 at Sanchi, Kankali Devi temple, Madhya Pradesh. Second stage, square temple. So first is also square temple, second is also square. First, flat roof system, higher platform, whereas in the first it is built on the low platform. From the second stage only they have started rising to build the temple little bit higher. Higher platform and covered ambulatory passage around the Garbhagriha, sanctum sanctorum. So try to remember this covered ambulatory passage. In the earlier thing, of course, the earlier thing, it was covered ambulatory passage around the Garbhagriha, sanctum sanctorum. 2-story temples are found. Example, Parvati temple at Nachna Kutara, Madhya Pradesh. So try to remember the examples and the stages and what type of pattern it is. Is this fine? Then third stage. So first stage, second stage, third stage, square temple. Now the very important, why third stage is considered very important means because it has introduced the concept of shikar. Concept of shikar, low and square shikar. Pillar approach, higher platform continued. When does the higher platform started, ma? It was started during the second stage. It got continued through the third stage as well. And introduction of Panchayatan style, main shrine plus 4 subsidiary shrines. Panchayata, 5. Isn't it? So we have a main shrine is 1 plus 4 subsidiary. So introduction of Panchayatan style during the third stage, introduction of concept of shikar introduced during the third stage, and main shrine rectangular shape. Okay, rectangular, crucified ground plan, precursor to Nagara style. So they are a precursor to Nagara style. Example, Dashavatra temple, Diogar, UP. Durga temple, Aihole, Karnataka. Is this fine? For each and every stage, try to understand the importance. I do it again. Third stage, square temple. What are the 2 important concepts got introduced here? One is the concept of shikar and another one is the concept of Panchayatan style. What do you mean by Panchayatan? 5. That is one main deity, that is one main shrine for the main deity and other plus 4 subsidiary shrines. Pillar approach, higher platform continued, main shrine rectangular shape. Okay, main shrine will be rectangular shape and crucified ground plan. So this is a precursor to Nagara style. The next style we are going to discuss a Nagara style. So this stage is a precursor to the Nagara style, and examples of the third stage of temple architecture is Dashavatar temple, Diogar, UP, Durga temple, Aihole, Karnataka. Is this fine, ma'am? Then see, look at here. These are the diagrams. Can I zoom it? Can I zoom it? Okay. Then fourth stage, rectangular. So how many stages ma'am altogether? How many stages in temple architecture? 5 stages, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first 3 stages it made up of square temple, whereas in the third stage only rectangular temple. Shikar is a concept which got introduced in the third stage itself, isn't it? What are the other concepts got introduced during the third stage, ma'am? Please fill the answer. Please fill the comment box. What are the other stage it got introduced during the third stage? Yes. Is this fine? Shikar, higher platform, Panchayatan style. Then, okay. Panchayatan, Shikar, these things got already introduced during the third stage. Example is a third temple, Sholapur, Maharashtra. Fine. Then next is a fifth stage, circular temple. First 3 is a square, fourth is a rectangular, and fifth is, can you see the circular temple? Circular temple with shallow rectangular projections at 4 cardinal faces. Example, Maniyar Mata, Rajgir, Bihar. Okay, is this fine? Yes. Then styles of temples. Now we are going to discuss the different styles. What are the different styles, ma? NDV. What is this NDV? Nagara style, Dravidian style, and Visara style. Okay. So Shilpa Shastra. Try to remember this. Shilpa Shastra recognize the 3 styles along with the geographical distribution of each. First is a Nagara style, Northern India, Dravidian style, southern region, and Visara style, region between the Vindhya and Krishna. Visara, region between. So can we remember like this? Vindhya mountain ranges and Krishna. Okay. So Vindhya and Krishna, Visera style, VK. Is this fine? The first is Nagara. Can I begin? Nagara, crucified ground plan. Square and rectangular temple. So square and rectangle means it might belong to one of the first 3 types, first 3 and 4th types, isn't it? Because the last stage is, of course, of temple architecture, the last stage denotes of a circular type. Nagara style is consists of a square and rectangular temple. Garbhagriha is also known as S2, Sanctum Sanctorum. Panchayatan style, is a main deity plus 4 subsidiary. Okay. Then each vertical plane was divided into 3 vertical walls and 3 ratha used to do sculptures. Absence of tank is one of the main feature in the Nagara style because this is very dominant. Tank was the main feature of Dravidian style where that is greatly absent. Of course, that is absent in the Nagara style. Pillared approach is there. Shikara gradually curving inwards. Curvilinear tower 9 shikara. Developed regionally. Okay. Is this fine? So what is the Nagara style core points? It's a crucified ground plan, square and rectangular temple, Garbhagriha, Panchayatan style, absence of tank, pillared approach, shikara gradually curving inwards, curvilinear tower 9 shikara, developed regionally. Then 3 sub-schools of Nagara style. What are the 3 sub-schools? Odisha school, Chandela school or Khajuraho and okay. Solanki school and Maru Gurjar school. What is a tank? Good question. See, tank is a simple thing. Where will water conservation? So each temple do we have a tank? Okay, in Dravidian, of course, because of the hard rocks, we have it here, but that is majorly missing in the northern type, of course, in the Nagara style. So Nagara style consists of 3 sub-schools. What are the 3 sub-schools? Odisha, Chandela school and Khajuraho school, and the third is a Shulanki Maru Gurjar school. Okay, one after the other. First is a Odisha school. So for any school, first and the foremost point you have to remember is time period. Let me say you one thing very honestly. Majority of the students used to skip the timeline. Used to skip the time period, but UPSC is very fond of asking the time period. So for each and every phase, I have also discussed with respect to the cave architecture, isn't it? First phase, second phase, third phase, second AD to second BC, 5th century to 7th century, 7th century to 10th century. So timeline is extremely important. So don't skip this point. From UPSC point of view, they used to surely pick up the timeline. Okay. Odisha school time period 8th to 8th to 13th century. It is a part of a Nagara school. All features of Nagara style are present. Exterior walls are beautifully carved and interior walls are plain. So they are giving importance for the exterior presentation, exterior wall. Interior they made it very simple. No use of pillars. Okay, normally pillared approach is there in Nagara school, but in this Odisha school is a part of a Nagara school. Already one thing is very evident that we will not have a tank, because none of the Nagara school, Nagara type, they have a tank pattern. Tank is absent here. Whereas that is one concept, and secondly, it is no use of a pillar in Odisha school. Third is technical innovation. What is the technical innovation which has followed in Odisha school? Use of iron girders. The roof was partly supported by these iron girders. The shikara in Odisha style is called duvel. The mandap assembly hall is called, in the Odisha school it is called as jagmogan. The ground plan of main temple is square type and they have a boundary wall. So try to remember the terms. What is the term dual? Dual means it represents Shikara of the Odisha school, and Jagmohan, of course, it is a mandapa in the assembly hall is called the Jagmohan in the Odisha school. They have a boundary walls, erotic sculptures found on the walls of Konark temple. Erotic sculptures found on the walls of Konark temple. Example, Lingaraja temple, Bhuvaneshwar, and Konark temple, Rajarani temple. These are all the examples of Odisha school. Is this fine? Can we do it again? So what are the core features of Nagara? Nagara is crucified ground plan, square or rectangular type, Garbhagraha, S2, of course Sanctum Sanctorum, Panchayatan style, already we know this, main deity plus 4 other things, and each vertical plane divided into 3, absence of tank. But in Nagara, we also have a pillared approach. In the Odisha school, no pillar approach. Okay, pillar is absent, absence of tank, and Shikara gradually curving inwards, developed regionally. Developed regionally is the clue. Because of this regional existence only, we have a Odisha type of school, Khajuraho, Chandela, and Solanki. Okay, so the regional development of Nagara type is, first type is Odisha school. What is the timeline? 8th to 13th century, part of a Nagara school. All features are same. Exterior beautifully carved, interior they made it plain. No pillar, no tank, but the innovation is there is use of a iron girders. Very important, because earlier we have discussed there was a, initially it was made up of a wood, less permanent material. After that there was an inclusion of a stone. Now they are trying to, in the north they are trying to use of iron girders. The roof was partly supported by these iron girders. The Shikara in Odisha style is called duvel. The Mandapa assembly hall is called Jagmohan. Ground plan of main temple square. They have a boundary wall. Erotic sculptures found on the walls of Konark temple. Example of Odisha school. Examples, timeline and distinctive features are extremely important. UPSC used to pick up the questions from here only. So please try to make note of it. Examples of Odisha school: Lingaraja temple, Bhuvaneshwar, Konark temple, Rajarani temple. See, look at here. Can I zoom it? We have a colorful representation. Yes. Lingaraja temple, Odisha, Rajarani temple. See how beautiful it is. Amazing. Fine. Second is Chandela school or Khajuraho school. Can I move on, ma? Are you able to follow? Integrated carving on both the interior and exterior walls. Whereas in Odisha school, exterior walls are beautified. They have given importance for exterior, whereas interior they made it simple. Plain. Here it is an integrated carving for both on exterior as well as on interior. Temple stands on higher terrace comparatively. So higher raised platform. See, can you see this temple on the higher terrace? Raised platform. See, can you see this, ma? This much height it has got raised, and they after the raised platform they have raised the platform to a certain height, and after that only they have started constructing the temple, isn't it? So this is one of the important clue. So sir, just a moment. Okay, then temple has three main elements. What is this? Garbhagraha, mandap and portico. The theme of a sculpture is erotic themes taken from Kama Sutra. Impression of mountain range from a distance. From a distance, if you are going to see the temples of Chandela and Khajuraho school, see, look at this image. Look at this image. If you are going to view this image from a long distance, it give a view that a mountain ranges. Okay, there is a location of mountain ranges. Impression of mountain ranges from distance when you view this Chandela and Khajuraho type of school architectures. Okay, and of course it is a panchayatan style. Of course you know what is panchayatan. One main deity plus four subordinate. And example of this school is Kamderiya Mahodyo temple. Examples of each school is extremely important. Kamderiya Mahodyo temple. Is this fine? Then Solanki school, Maru Gurjar school, branch of later Chalukyas, not fundamentally different from Khajuraho or Chandela. The main features is very minute and lovely decorativeness. So they have given importance for the each and simple minute things. The ceilings are carved to give the impression of true dome. Arc is like arc-like effect, but no true arc was employed. Mostly of sandstone, arc-like effect, but no true arc was employed. Majority it is made up of a sandstone. Grey to black basaltic stone is used in the construction of Solanki school architecture. Grey to black basaltic stone. Lavish carving on both sides of the wall and sculpture work. Walls of central shrine devoid of carving. Civic types of monuments. Examples of Solanki, Gateway of Dubai, Delvera, Vastupal, Vimala and Tejpala Jain temples at Mount Abu, Rajasthan. Please try to make a note of it, because once it was your in this example. So three types of school, of course, Nagara, regional schools of Nagara, Odisha, Chandela or Khajuraho, and the third is Solanki school. Very important, ma. Very, very important. Please make a note of it. Okay. What are the examples of Solanki school? Gateway of Dubai, Delvera, Vastupal, Vimala, Tejpala, Jain temples at Mount Abu, Rajasthan. Jayastambh at Chittoor. Jayastambh at Chittoor. Delvara, Vastupal, Vimala, Tejpala Jain temples at Mount Abu, Rajasthan. Is this fine? Is this fine? Then see, look at here how beautiful it is. How beautiful. Let me zoom it. See, look at here. Isn't it? Fine. Then Modera Sun Temple. Temple faces the east facing. What is peculiar of this map? Every year at the time of the equinox, the sun shines directly into the central shrine. So it is always, there is in Vastu, they used to say, in your puja room, of course, in the puja room, of course, you should have a pattern or arrangement like there should be an entrance of the sun, isn't it? Yes. So every year at the time of the equinox, the sun shines directly into the central shrine. Three principal components of Modera Sun Temple: a rectangular reservoir with flagged flights of steps interspaced by small shrine. The lofty Kirti Torana gateway, open pillared, half of cruciform shape. Mudira Sun Temple, of course, it is a east-facing temple. Every year at the time of equinoxes, the sun shines directly into the central shrine. This is one of the most important feature. The three principal components very specific to this is a rectangular reservoir with flat flights of steps interspaced by small shrines, lofty Kirti Torana, open pillared half of cruciform shape. See, look at here how beautiful it is. Just let me see this, ma. The reservoir, flagged steps, okay, isn't it? How beautiful it is. See, look at here. So these are an example of Mudira Sun Temple, Dravidian School of Temple Architecture. Friends, please drop a confirmation message. In under temple architecture, we have a 5 phases. Okay, first stage, second stage. So all the 5 stages we have discussed. Then the temple architecture itself is divided into 3. One is Nagara style, Dravidian style, and Visera style. Okay, Visera between Vindhya and Krishna. Is this fine? So Nagara is over. Now we are going to move. Of course, we are going to proceed with Dravidian School of Temple Architecture. What are the functions? Religious matter, administrative centers, and controls of vast areas of land. Okay. Then, so this is an architecture. Please go through this. Shikara, peak, Gopuram. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Radhika. Vimana. Can you look at this? Thamba. Then, features of Dravidian school. Single Vimana on main shrine. One Vimana on main shrine. Shikara peak, octagonal shape on Vimana. Pillared wall, presence of tank. Whereas an absence of tank is a major feature in Nagara style. But here, presence of tank infers every temple Dravidian we will have a tank inside. Okay. So that is with respect for, this is respect for water conservation. Okay. So rainwater harvesting, water conservation, very, very important concept. Huge Gopuram gateway, sculptures of Dwarpal instead of Ganga Mithuna of Nagara school. Dravidian architecture developed dynastically. Dravidian style was initiated by Pallavas and flourished by Cholas. Chera Chola Pandya kingdom, isn't it? Actually, it was initiated by Pallavas and is reached and flourished the climax during the Chola period. Example, Gangekonda Cholapuram, Rajendra 1, Brahadishwara temple, Tanjore, Tamil Nadu. So, needless to say, you know already the importance of these temples. Is or no, ma? Is or no? Why does... Are you able to see the picture? Why do I have this? Just a moment. Just a moment. Is this clear, ma? Because I could see the startup page. Yes, ma'am. Is this clear? Please let me know. Just a moment. Can I see the start? What's wrong here? Please drop a confirmation message, ma. Clear? Are you able to see the main picture, ma? Are you able to see the full picture? Or are you seeing my computer? Just a moment. Are you able to see main picture? Okay, just a moment. All of a sudden I have seen. Friends, please drop a confirmation message. Is all clear? Is all clear? I'm really sorry. I couldn't see the image here. All clear, ma? Yes, audible and visible. Thank you, Akshay. Thank you for the confirmation. Okay. So sculptures of Dwarpal instead of Ganga, Mithuna of Nagara school, Dravidian. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay. Dravidian school, of course, use Gopram. This is what we have already discussed. Now we are going to discuss the 4 styles of Dravidian architecture. What are the 4 styles? Pallava, Chola, Nayaka and Vijayanagar art. So the first style of, see, Nagara, we have 3 styles. Under Nagara, what are the 3 styles? One is that Odisha, another one is Khajuraho, Chandela or Khajuraho, and the third is Visera, isn't it? Here the Dravidian architecture, Pallava, Chola, Nayaka and Vijayanagar art. The first and foremost is Pallava school of what? Extremely important because it was initiated. Dravidian architecture, this was initiated during the Pallava time and flourished during the Cholas, isn't it? Around 600 AD, Dravidian temple architecture started or initiated by Pallavas. It got developed in 4 phases. What is this? First phase during Mahendravarman, 600 to 625 AD. What are the specific features here, ma? Rock cut caves. Okay, rock cut caves is one of the important features. The word mandapa was, yes, ma, Shulanki. Super. The word, oh, third is Solanki. Sorry. I said Veserana. Sorry. Thanks for the correction because I could see some technical errors here. Sorry. The word mandapa was used instead of temple. No real temple architecture. Example of temple architecture during Mahendravarman is Adivaraha cave, Durga cave, Mahishasura Mardini, Pancha Pandava caves. So let me give you one important additional inputs. The thing is that it is much recommended to take the download. Of course, try to take the printout or download, or if possible, try to collect the books of Tamil Nadu old history books from 6 to 10, 6 to 12. 6 to 12, extremely important with respect to your history. So these are the data and these are the things that get value added over there, and it is a much recommended. You can go and check in any of the sites and also successful candidates interview. No, definitely they would have made a mention about Tamil Nadu old NCERT. I mean, it is like a state board books, old, I'm not talking about the Samatsit system, new system. The old books 6 to 12, it is very much available. PDF is available. Okay. Second, first is Mahendravarman. What is the specific rocket case? The word mandap was used instead of temple. No real temple architecture. Please make a note of it. No such real temple architecture you can witness during the first period. There is the examples of cave architecture because rocket caves is a major thing. Adivaraha, Durga, Mahishasura Mardini and Panchapandava. Narasimhavarman, decoration in rocket caves. Mandabas has now become Ratha. Okay, the word mandap was used instead of temple. Here it was a usage of mandap during Mahendravarman. Can easily remember this. Whereas during Narasimhavarman, the mandap got replaced by Rathas. Okay, NR. Narasimhavarman, Rathas. Which book is good for prelim mains? Yes, Akshay. Normally, I don't know. Nitin Singhania, I don't recommend. I used to follow. I used to suggest Arihant Art and Culture. That simple book is very good. Very good. This is what my general suggestion. Okay, you can refer Arihant for Art and Culture. Then. So mandabas, now it goes during Narasimhavarman period, mandabas got replaced through rathas. 6 rathas in one cave. Largest ratha is Dharmaraja and smallest ratha is Draupadi. Dharmaraja and ratha was the precursor of the Dravidian style. Is this clear? Is this clear? Then, see, look at this. Let me zoom it. See how beautiful it is. So rocket caves, mandabas, rathas. During whose third time? Pallava. Whose period? Rajasimhavarman. Realized structural temple. So this word you have to make a note of it. Why? Because during Mahendravarman there is no real structural temple. Yes or no? It was majorly in the form of a rock cut case, and during Narasimhavarman it is in the time of a rathas. It is in the format of rathas. Mandabas now become a rathas. Whereas the real structural temples that got included from Rajasimhan. So can we remember R real structural temple, and of course Mahendravarman mandabam were used instead of temple, and next is Narasimhavarman Rathas. So try to remember open air carving in relief on a rock surface, sculpture different from Gupta sculpture, more oval face, high cheekbones, great slenderness and freer movement of the forms, excellency in animal representation. Later, structural temples made of masonry and stone. Example, extremely important. Examples, Kailasa temple at Kanjipuram 3, part sanctum with pyramidal tower, mandapam and rectangular courtyard for subsidiary shrines. So, Shore temple and Mahabalipuram. These are all the examples of temple, of course, during whose period? Rajasimhavarman period. Is this clear, ma? Is this clear? Then the last is Nandivarman. They started the concept of small temples, confined all the features of Dravidian. So here you have to make a special note with respect to Rajasimhavarman. Is this fine? Then, okay, let me zoom it. See how beautiful. I can guarantee see that you can very well distinguish between the Nagara style and the Dravidian style, isn't it? So just we have discussed the Pallava school, of course, architecture. Second is Chola school of architecture. 10 to 11th centuries, revive the Pallava heritage with fresh approach. The Vimana dominates the whole structure. Two beautiful creations, Brahadishwara temple at Tanjore, Tamil Nadu, Gangaikanda Cholapuram. So two beautiful creations during the Chola, of course, Brahadishwara temple at Tanjore, Tamil Nadu and Gangaikanda Cholapuram. Brahadishwara temple dedicated to Lord Shiva. Huge lingam. How many of you have visited this temple, ma? If time permits, of course, after clearing the civil service. Even I have a list of temple list I wanted to visit in North India. Such like the friends from North India, you can also make a trip to South India in order to visit the Dravidian architecture. Extremely beautiful, extremely mind-blowing. We can't even imagine how it is possible, but it was made possible, and we could see the real structure, isn't it? Yes, huge lingam, a massive monolithic bull. Second biggest, of course, the first biggest in Lipakshi temple. Okay, of course, Lipakshi temple, it is also called as a secular. Yeah, ma'am, I visited. Then Saranya might be knowing the importance of it. We can't see the shadow. It was, I actually I was lost when I was visiting it for the first time. How could it possible? Sometimes when I go into the temple, I see the mural paintings, wall paintings. How it is possible? I can't even draw a single line properly. We can't see. Of course, the artist, it's a art and skill, and this is all beyond debate or discussion. The only thing we can do from our side is that we can admire, we can appreciate, we can preserve and conserve. Yes or no? That's why even in our Indian Constitution, DPSP, we have a historical monuments. Protection for the historical monuments also we have in under liberal principles. Okay, such like these things has to be preserved, conserved. On top of everything, it has to be admired and respected. When we can't do some things, of course, it has already been done beyond our imagination, isn't it? So on massive monolithic bull, second biggest. Of course, here you can see the second biggest bull. The first is in the Lipakshi. Lipakshi is an example of a secular. Then on the square forming, the topmost tire is poised as a huge rounded cupola of a single stone, the shadow of which never falls on the ground. Unique achievement. Really, it's really mind-blowing, immense Gopuram. Everything, just you take a temple tour, it takes some couple of hours to complete that entire temple. See how beautiful it is. Let me zoom it. For many of the times I feel dumbstruck. I'll be lost. How it is possible? How did they made? How it is possible? I have n number of questions in front of me, but we can't get the answers for all this. So other than paying a great respect and I just want to be, of course, that's a huge thing. We will discuss later. Okay, fine. The third is the Vijayanagar School of Architecture. Around 16th century, Hampi was the capital. Important ruler Krishna Deva Raya built the temples, pillared mandapas, gopurams called as a Raj Gopuram or Raya Gopuram because it is very massive. Second is more larger gopurams and high enclosed walls, more decoration, particular design, supernatural horse. So secular building, which was built during this. What is an example of a secular building? I think one of the competitive exams they have asked this. Secular building example is Lotus Mahal. And let me say you one important, Vijayanagar period is one of the, like Gupta period, Ashoka, okay, such like Vijayanagar period is favorite period. UPSC try to pick questions from mains or mains, interview and even for prelim. So when you do this Vijayanagar period, try to give more emphasis, okay. Fine. So secular buildings were built. Example of the secular buildings is Lotus Mahal, then Vittala Swami Temple, Amman Shrine and Kalyana Gopuram. So what are the distinctive features with respect to Vijayanagar School of Architecture is around 16th century, of course, Hampi was the capital. Important ruler Krishna Deva Raya built the temples and pillared mandapas, gopurams called as a Raja Gopuram. Why it is called as a Raja Gopuram? Because it is very massive. Okay. Second is more larger gopurams and high enclosed walls. So just remember the gopuram itself is very massive, and for that high large gopuram it will be enclosed walls. How it is possible? Yes, they made it possible. More decoration, particular design and supernatural house. Secular buildings, very important. Examples of secular buildings is Lotus Mahal, Vittala Swami Temple and Amman Shrine and Kalyana Gopuram. Central raised platform surrounded by rows of carved pillars, open pavilion. Example is Hall of Dance at Lepakshi, Festival Hall at Vellore, Veerabhadra Temple, Lepakshi, of course, the three figure shapes, four legs, Nandi near Lepakshi, seated called Ugra Narasimha. Okay, see, three figure shaped, four legs, Ugra Narasimha. It's a different feature. So we can see this distinct things. Can you see this Nandi? High-raised, monolithic, fine. Nayaka School of Architecture. So now we are discussing the Dravidian. Under Dravidian, Pallavas, Cholas, Vijayanagar. The last is Nayaka School of Architecture. What is this now? What is the time period? 17th century. Dominant in Madurai region. The Nayakas rose on the fall of the Vijayanagar Empire. Normally, whenever there is a fall and rise, are used to equate with East Indian Company and British Crown. Isn't it? Isn't it? Fall of East Indian Company led to the rise of British Crown. The total complete changeover. Complete took over of the administration after the fall of East Indian Company. So the complete transfer of power happened in 1858 after 1857 revolt, isn't it? Such like the fall of the Nayakas. The fall of Nayakas has led to Nayakas rose. Sorry, the fall of Vijayanagar Empire, the Nayakas rose on the fall of Vijayanagar Empire. The fall of Vijayanagar has led to the rise of Nayakas. Am I right, ma'am? Can we easily remember like this? So the Nayakas rose on the fall of Vijayanagar Empire, continued the artistic tradition of the Vijayanagar Empire. So they didn't want to change the artistic tradition, what all it has got imbibed during the Vijayanagar. They continue to remain the same, maintain the same. Most famous is, needless to say, Madurai Meenakshi Temple. Meenakshi Sundareshwar Temple at Madurai by Thirumalai Nayak. Okay, the temple complex has two shrines, of course. One is for Shiva, Sundareshwar, and another one for his wife Meenakshi in the form of goddesses. Every space is filled with surface carvings, largest tanks surrounded by steps and pillared portico. Prominent features development of prakaram, roofed ambulatory passageways to connect various parts of the temple. Most famous is prakaram of this period at Rameshwaram. Is this fine, ma'am? Is this fine for everyone? See how beautiful it is. No words to describe. How many of you have visited this, ma? I didn't get an opportunity to visit. Really, I didn't get an opportunity to visit, but I have to make. See, pillared hall. Can you see this Meenakshi temple? How beautiful it is. Beyond imagination. But look after the construction, what is being done. Isn't it? It's fine. Okay. Then the last is Vizara School of Temple Architecture, also called as Chalukya Karnataka style, around the 7th to 8th century. Fusion of Nagara, because what are the three styles? Nagara, Dravidian and Vizara. Nagara, North Indian. Dravidian, South Indian, of course, southern region. And this Vizara it is a between Vindhya and Krishna, Vindhya range and Krishna, isn't it? Now fusion of Nagara and Dravida styles, two components, Vimana and Mandabam, joined by Antaral Dravidian concept. So Shikara Nagaran concept, Shikara peak Nagaran concept. Chalukyan temples don't have a covered ambulatory passage. Treatment of exterior walls, blending of both the styles, both. So it is just, we can say, instead, ma'am, it took whole day to see such may. A whole day, na, it's amazing, ma'am, but I didn't get a chance to visit Madurai temple. Of course, rather than saying we are spiritual, religious, keep those things aside, okay? Even you are a common man, you can go and admire. It's, I don't know whether I'll be able to move that entire space, but I really wanted to visit many temples in the northern India as well as in southern India as well. Fine. So the treatment of exterior walls, blending of both the styles, integrate carving on the pillars, ceilings and door planes. So example of Visara School of Temple Architecture is Virupaksha Temple at Pattadakal, Rameshwara Cave Temple at Ellora, four-armed dancing Shiva. Okay, so try to focus on the examples, extremely important. So Visara School, one more, I'll make Hoysala School of what? Okay. Also called as Chalukya Karnataka style, 7th to 8th century, fusion of Nagara Dravidian style, two components, Vimana and Mandapa, Shikara Nagara concept. So I think we can do this in the next part. Hoysala, Pala School, Rashtrakuta School, sculpture of Gupta age. Can I do this in next part? Can we go for a short quiz, only 30 questions for architecture, from architecture? Or, okay, what I covered till now, can I go the quick revision for 5 minutes? So, Vizara School of Temple Architecture, I will do in the second slot, part 2. Let me not dump it, okay? Can I do a quick revision? What I covered till now? You want me to do quick revision or can we start with a quiz? A short quiz, it's only 30 questions. I didn't make anything beyond that. Tomorrow is a whole quiz day. Please don't miss it. Jainism and Buddhism. Please give your answers, ma'am. I'm waiting for your reply. Can we go for a short revision? Quick revision. Core points alone, core points alone. Then we'll go for the quiz. Okay. See, normally when you say okay, na, because I'm asking questions, yes and okay, normally I do not know the replies for what. So please give me a clue that whether you want me to do the revision or quiz. So please help me with the clue. I got the acknowledgement test, but at the same time, I didn't know how to fit, whether for quiz or for the revision. Quiz. Okay. Chalo. Can we begin the quiz, ma? Yes, it is really very, very important. Only short quiz. We are going to have 30 questions from architecture. Please log in. Yes. So next class I'll be doing Visara. I don't want to dump. So next class we will be doing it. I'll show you Visara School of Temple Architecture. What all I'm going to cover in the next part. Hoysala School, Pala School, sculpture of Gupta age, Chola sculpture, everything, medieval architecture. So everything we'll be covering in the second part. Probably second part we'll have it on Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday. Now it's time for you to join the quiz. Please join the quiz. The format for quiz, let me share the quiz code here. Let me share the quiz code 717567. Let me say how to join the quiz. 717567. Friends, please join quiz from Unacademy Learning app. Okay. Learning app using code 717567. Is this fine, ma? Yes, I'm waiting for you guys to join the quiz. Join quiz. Okay. Let me check. Only one has joined. Radhika, have you joined the quiz, ma? Akshay, I think Akshay has joined. What about others? Join quiz. Only if you guys join, I can start the quiz. I'm waiting for you guys to join the quiz. Yes. To join. Radhika has joined. Okay. Join. Yes, Akshay. I'll begin the quiz now. I'll begin the quiz because we need students also to join. So I'm waiting for them. Okay. By the time let others join, I'll screencast. I'll screencast the quiz now. Please join the quiz now. Okay. Can I begin the quiz? Can I begin the quiz? Okay. I have started. Hi friends, successfully we have completed a short quiz. Here, yes ma'am. Hi Sparash Sharma. So this is the just second class part 2 temple architecture. Probably we'll be having this part on Wednesday. Okay. So I think the questions were really good and they were standard. So please try to make the best use of live quiz. Tomorrow is a quiz day. You're going to learn more than 80 new facts and inputs from one of the most important topic, of course, Buddhism and Jainism. Yes, Akshay, I have seen very good, really good. Radhika, Srihari, Akshay. So tomorrow, don't miss. We are having, of course, 80 questions on Buddhism, Jainism, ancient India. So every Tuesday and every Thursday is exclusively quiz day. By this time, you would have realized the importance of quiz and its impact on your UPSC CSE combat, isn't it? So that is going to, it's going to do this magic quiz. Of course, this quiz is going to do magic in your UPSC CSE. Congratulations, Radhika, Srihari, and congratulations to Akshay also. Okay, so tomorrow also Akshay, do come and join in the quiz, live quiz, and Buddhism, Jainism, and mostly on Thursday I'll try to put from different subject. Okay, and the continuation of this topic will be done on Wednesday, and Thursday, Friday we have 4 hours class on YouTube platform. Hope the session went well. Of course, you enjoyed. Keep supporting your DL ma'am. Tonight we have a class on special platform, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. One of the important topic I'm going to begin today, citizenship. We are going to cover Article 5 to Article 11. Okay, Part 2 and Article 5 to 11, one of the most important topic along with the current affairs. So don't miss this class. 8 o'clock, I'll catch you on special platform. Normally, my timing is 2 p.m. on YouTube platform and 8 p.m. and 8 p.m. on the special class. Okay. So yes, you guys are congratulating each other. It's really good to see this spirit. All are nice questions and you're also learning many new inputs from that. And do come and join me in tonight class, and tomorrow is exclusively quiz. Okay. So keep supporting your DL ma'am using the code DL10. Use the code DL10 and take the subscription. Okay. I'll catch you tonight. Until then, it's bye from your DL ma'am. Good luck. Good day. Bye bye. Stay connected. Thank you, one and all. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.